Good morning and welcome to the Drainage District Board of Directors meeting for October 5th, 2021. We're going to start the meeting with a roll call.
Good morning, David Fuentes, Precinct 1.
Eddie Cantu, Precinct 2.
Ellie Torres, Precinct 4.
We have a quorum. If we could start by having our prayer.
Yes, sir. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, commissioners. As we gather to seek your counsel, we continue to pray for the judge and the 4 commissioners that you've appointed to lead this county. We pray for our mayor, school board members, city councils, police chiefs, district attorneys, sheriff, judges, and all who serve our local communities. Strengthen them with your wisdom and grace for the heavy burdens they've carried. May they manage their teams and projects with love. Keep their hearts pure and their eyes turned to your face as they work in the best interest of the people they're called to serve. We continue to pray for the first responders and their families. We lift them up to you, Father God. We ask for your grace, love, and wisdom be granted to the doctors and nurses dealing with the ill. We ask for your hand of peace and comfort over them and their families. We continue to lift up all those that are battling illnesses, Father God. We ask for your healing hand over them. Provide their families with the peace that you can only bring through your son, Jesus. We praise you for the feeling that's come through you. We continue to pray for everyone affected by the inclement weather throughout our country, Father God. May your hand of peace be over them and your wisdom of the leaders that are tasked to address the issues caused by these events. We pray for strength of all that have lost someone. May your strength carry them through all, and your grace, love, and mercy be over them. Lord Jesus, you are the author of life and giver of all that is good. You're the Prince of Peace in our men's day. You're our healer and the cure itself. We need you and we love you. Help us commit ourselves to entirely knowing you could never let us down or deceive us. Help us rely on your grace and not on worldly things. Scripture reminds us the more we seek you, the more we will find you. May we seek you in everything we do, and may we work as if we're working for you, Father God. Lead our surrendered hearts to the path of your peace today, and ask this in Son Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Do we have anyone signed up for open forum?
Yes, sir. I do believe we have one participant, Mr. Magnus.
Yes, this is Joe Olivares in person.
Mr. Olivares.
Morning, Council.
Morning.
Good morning, Mr. Olivares. There is a 3-minute time limit. I will advise you when there's 1 minute, and I will start when you start.
Perfect. Okay. Morning. So, I'm here in regards to the that San Carlos project, 83rd Street and 87 drainage. You know, we're just here to speak up against the evaluation that was given against us. You know, we were the apparent low bidder, and we strongly believe that we are the most qualified contractor on that list. We are TxDOT qualified, and we've been in business for 20 years. Never once defaulted on any project. We're currently working on Dickle Road with county in partnership with Earthworks. We did all the underground there in record time, 0 problems. Now, you know, we just find that odd that you know, that was our ranking. I mean, it's where we're at, and we ask that maybe you reevaluate this or reconsider. You know, so basically where I'm at, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Magnus, do we have any more participants?
No one else signed up, sir.
Thank you.
We just finished open forum. Yes, sir. We just finished open forum.
Next item would be 6A.
Number 4.
Number 4. The approval of the consent agenda.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Approval of consent agenda. We just have normal operating check register and 1 item, sir. Everything's in order. Recommend approval.
So move.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you, sir. Item 5A, there will be no action on this item. I believe this will be handled under the county. We did request something in writing from the appraisal district. We continue to receive letters at the drainage district asking for us to put an item, for, I guess, for the board's consideration, but my understanding, the correspondence we received yesterday, through the county that, communication to the county that it's only a county, the county entity is the only one that assigns those points and nominations. So we did ask for something in writing from the appraisal district or from the county, just so we can have legal look at it and make sure we're, fully removed from that list, so we don't continue to receive these letters, for these, put this item on the agenda. So, but anyway, for 5A, there is no action today. 5B, one, presentation of scoring grid for the purpose of ranking by board of directors of the grade and evaluation firm submitted response CSP number ACDD 121-044-0922, San Carlos 83rd Street, 87th Street drainage improvements outfall. The ranking that was done, it was done, myself and two other engineers here at the office. As you know, the CSP process takes into account 55 points just for the bid itself. And there was a difference of half a point between the top three bidders, which is Go Underground, Coordinate Construction, and Science Brothers. Those were the three top ones that came in, and in that order that I mentioned: Go Underground, Coordinate, and Science Brothers. And you can see the difference is very minor as far as the point difference between the Science Brothers and Go Underground. The district has not directly worked with Go Underground. We've evaluated based on the work that Science Brothers has performed for the district in the past. The evaluation was taken into account the numbers, and as I said, the fixed number for the low bid. In this case, it was a very, very, very minor difference. Like I said, less than half a point. And then the other items that get considered in there, the evaluators evaluated based on that information that we had. And this is our recommendation based on the evaluation. Science Brothers 9776, Go Underground 9667, Coordinate Construction 9395, Memorial 9216, or DH Site Concrete 8435.
I have a motion to accept this as rated.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Thank you. Item 2, pursuant to the board approval, requesting authority to adopt condition 1, negotiate construction service agreement with the number 1 ranked firm of Science Brothers LLC for the provision of construction services for San Carlos 83rd, 87th Street drainage improvement project.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Thank you. Item 3, requesting authority to advertise and approve RFP packet, a legal notice, specification, draft contract, etc., as attached here too, for document conditional 1, lubricants, antifreeze, grease, hydraulic fluids, and related products, RFP number ACD 1-21-041-10-27 PSZ, including the advertisement of request for bids in the event bids are rejected or no bids are received and the product is still required.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Item D, requesting authority to advertise and approve of a competitive seal proposal packet, requirement specification plan developed by ACD 1 engineer, Mrs. Alivar. Drainage area improvements for wide drain phase 1, Howell Road between Rogers and Monte Cristo and Curry Drain and Valverde Road crossing. CSP number ACD 1-21050. Including the re-advertisement of the project in the event no response is received and or rejected and project is still required.
So move.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Item 6A, requesting approval to accept CSP response and award of negotiation construction contract to the highest ranked contractor meeting all specified requirements, Morewell LLC, for CSP number ACD 1-21-040-0908, Anapuitas drain structure, proposed additional 2 10x8 boxes with gate structure, 2010 bond referendum project number 8 in the amount of $1,497,219 as approved for negotiations by the board of directors. Agenda item 82485, September 21st, 2021, subject legal review and compliance to House Bill 1295.
Motion to approve.
Second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 6A2, pursuant to Federal Code 262031 and interest of expedited project progress, requesting authority and approval for drain district general manager to execute change orders that involve an increase or decrease in cost of $50,000 or less, and in no event to exceed change order statutory limits. The original contract price may not be decreased by 18% or more without the consent of the contract.
Motion to approve. Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Today, Judge, we don't have any closed sessions, but we're working to bring an item back to closed session through legal counsel for next meetings. But as today, we do not have anything, sir.
Okay, then that concludes all our agenda items. I have a motion to adjourn.
So motion. Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. We'll be
Thank you.
back.
Have a great day.
Good morning, everyone. I call the Commissioners Court meeting to order. We'll start with a roll call with precinct number 1.
Good morning, David Fuentes, Precinct 1.
Eddie Cantu, Precinct 2.
Everardo Villarreal, Precinct 3.
Ellie Torres, Precinct 4.
Richard Cortez, County Judge. That constitutes a quorum. Today, we're honored to have Crystal Ortiz. She was a Specialist E4, served in the U.S. Army from June of 2005 to June of 2013. She served in Operation Iraqi Freedom. Ms. Ortiz, would you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Crystal. And it's also as customary, we have the Honorable Constable Lázaro Larry Gallardo. He's constable for precinct number 3 that will be leading us in today's prayer. Constable?
Can you hear me, Judge?
Yes, we can.
Good morning, everyone. As Father Roy Snipes would say, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. So would you please bow your heads? We ask that you be with us today to give us your guidance as we gather for Commissioners Court, making decisions to improve the health and well-being of our community. As we place our faith in your hands, we ask that you please be with those currently battling this virus and to protect the vulnerable. We ask for your strength and knowledge to overcome this epidemic and to continue watching over our healthcare professionals, businesses, and all those working throughout this pandemic. We ask that you be with all those who ask for your help during these trying times and present solutions that will improve their quality of life. We ask in your name, amen.
Amen. Amen. Thank you, Constable.
Thank you, sir.
Next item is the approval of the consent agenda.
Judge, Commissioners, with your permission, I'd like to pull consent agenda item 9A, 1 and 2.
Make a motion to approve the rest of the consent.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Judge, Commissioners, for the record, Commissioner Fuentes will be abstaining from any discussion and or action as it relates to consent agenda item 9A, 1 and 2.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Let the record reflect that Commissioner Fuentes abstained from voting or any discussion on item 9A, 1 and 2.
Thank you.
Next item is the open forum.
Mr. Magnus?
There are no participants, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Next item is we have a proclamation declaring October as an Emotional Wellness Month.
Good morning, Judge Commissioners. Misty Palacios with the Public Affairs Division, and I'll be assisting with reading it. Emotional Wellness Month Proclamation. Whereas mental and emotional stress can translate into negative physical reactions and weakened immune system and poor health, all Americans face challenges in life that can impact their emotional well-being. And whereas Emotional Wellness Month, observed all October, reminds us to disconnect and take a time out for our brain. Emotional wellness refers to our ability to process feelings in a healthy, positive way and manage the stress of everyday life. And whereas isolation, sickness, grief, job loss, food instability, and loss of routines has increased emotional turmoil, which has heightened the need for mental health services. A 2001 Harvard University study concludes that simple meditation and mindfulness can help improve memory, learning, compassion, and self-awareness. And whereas high levels of stress can lead to physical complications like high blood pressure, headaches, and even chronic conditions like diabetes. And whereas the National Institutes of Health suggests that the road to emotional wellness can begin simply by brightening your outlook on life and learning to cope with stress. And whereas additional mechanisms to achieve emotional wellness include getting quality sleep, learning to cope with loss, and strengthening social connections. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that the Hidalgo County Commissioners Court hereby recognizes the month of October as an emotional wellness focus and encourages all to practice self-care habits along with moments of incorporated relaxation time in order to prevent emotional instability. Approved this 5th day, October 2021.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you very much. Do we have anyone here to speak on behalf of?
Oh, okay.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners, and staff.
Can you get the mic a little closer to you?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Roxanne Pacheco. I'm the Executive Director for Hope Family Health Center. And today, with so much humbleness and gratitude, we accept this proclamation on the behalf of the countless of individuals that we get to stand here and speak up for. Thank you for listening to the needs of the community. Thank you for listening to the needs of those who fight in silence. We are fully aware that we either get to choose to be defined by our challenges or be refined because of them. And today we are grateful that Hidalgo County has decided to rise above the occasion and refine the decrease of stigma to mental health in our community. On behalf of the coalition, we accept this proclamation, and once again, thank you all.
And thank you for your service to those in need. Next item is the proclamation declaring October Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
I apologize, Judge, Commissioners. Is it okay if we get a picture?
Sure. Absolutely.
Thank you. Proclamation declaring October Breast Cancer Awareness Month. You ready? Oh. Is that better? Okay. Whereas in 2021, an estimated 281,550 new cases of invasive breast cancer will have been diagnosed in women living in the United States. And whereas 1 in 8 women will develop breast cancer in her lifetime, and on an average, every 2 minutes a woman is diagnosed with breast cancer in the United States. And whereas according to the National Breast Cancer Foundation Incorporated, an estimated 43,600 women will pass away from breast cancer in the United States. And whereas breast cancer is the most common cancer in women, except for skin cancers, and it's estimated that within this year, approximately 30% of all new female cancer diagnoses will be breast cancer. And whereas there are over 3.8 million breast cancer survivors in the United States, and whereas although rare, in 2021 an estimated 2,650 men will be diagnosed with breast cancer in the United States, and approximately 530 will pass away. And whereas increasing the community's knowledge about the importance of early detection of breast cancer diagnosis and treatment can save lives. And whereas during the Breast Cancer Awareness Month, it is encouraged to attend events, display pink ribbons, and wear pink clothing to raise awareness, recognize breast cancer survivors, those currently battling the disease, friends and families of a diagnosed patient, and applaud the efforts of our medical professionals and researchers working to find a cure. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that the Hidalgo County Commissioners Court hereby declares the month of October as Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We thank all medical professionals and researchers that care for the diagnosed patients and for their dedicated hours educating within communities about breast cancer screenings. Approve this 5th day, October 2021.
Motion to approve.
Second. We have a motion and a second to approve. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. I'd like to introduce Mario Liscano. He'd like to say some words.
Thank you so much. Again, my name is Mario Liscano. I'm the Administrator of Corporate Affairs for DHR Health. And Honorable Judge and County Commissioners, we thank you for your continued support in our efforts as we continue with this battle against this horrible disease. We are grateful on behalf of our Board of Managers, our physicians, our staff, and all our team members to be part of this proclamation, but this wouldn't be part of it without the true heroes that face and deal with our issues, not only with our patients, but also with our families, which is our Advanced Care Center. So at this time, I'd like to make sure that we recognize all the team that's here by introducing Ms. April Chapa, who will say a few words and also introduce the rest of the staff. Thank you again, and may God bless each and every one of you.
Thank you, Mario. Thank you, County Judge and County Commissioners. I would like to introduce our staff that's here. First of all, Elizabeth Ramirez is our Director and our Practice Admin. Evelyn Sines is the Director of the Renaissance Cancer Foundation. To my right, we have Pamela Bruce and Stephanie Ayala. They are nurses. They are patient navigators. They are the ones that work with our patients that come to our center, help them get resources, and just help them guide through this journey. But the American Cancer Society does say, and she read it in the proclamation, that 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer in their lifetime. I mean, there's some women here, count 8, one of us will, we will get that diagnosis. And everyone has, knows females, sisters, wives, and mothers, and aunts. And this is, something that early detection can help save lives. Self-examinations, mammograms, those are screening tools. We want to bring education to our community this month. A family history of breast cancer should be taken into consideration and, would deem high risk or average risk depending on your family history and, conversations with your doctors. We want to just thank you for allowing us to come today to declare October Breast Cancer Awareness Month and to encourage the community to wear pink. Also, DHR Health Advanced Care Center, we will be holding an event on October 27th. We're calling it Pink Fest because it's kind of like a mini little festival, sort of. In our parking lot, we'll have a band, we'll have an area for survivors. So please, if you know a breast cancer survivor, invite them to come to our event. It'll be October 27th at 7 p.m., because it's hot anytime before that, at our Advanced Care Center parking lot. So we just want to thank you all for having this proclamation today. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, the next one is the proclamation declaring October the National Cybersecurity Awareness Month. And we have our favorite people next to you there.
Proclamation declaring October National Cybersecurity Awareness Month. Whereas National Cybersecurity Awareness Month, celebrated every October, remains a collaborative effort between government and industry to ensure every American has the resources they need to stay safer and more secure online. And whereas National Cybersecurity Awareness Month is a time to focus on how cybersecurity is a shared responsibility that affects all Americans and raises awareness about the importance of cybersecurity. And whereas Hidalgo County recognizes the importance in identifying, responding to, and protecting against cyber threats that may have significant impact to our individual security, collective security, and privacy. And whereas critical infrastructure sectors are increasingly reliant on information systems to support financial services, energy, telecommunications, transportation, utilities, healthcare, and emergency response systems. And whereas the October 2021 Cybersecurity Awareness Month focuses include Week of October 4th, Be Cyber Smart, Week of the 11th, Fight the Fish, Week of the 18th, Explore, Experience, Share, and Week of the 25th, Cybersecurity First. And whereas maintaining the security of cyberspace is a shared responsibility in which each of us, elected officials, department supervisors, county employees, and community members have a critical role to play. Now therefore be it proclaimed that the Hidalgo County Commissioners Court hereby declares the month of October Cybersecurity Awareness Month and encourages all constituents to learn about cybersecurity and put that knowledge into practice in their homes, schools, workplaces, and businesses. Approve this 5th day, October 2021.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Judge Commissioners,
Thank you all.
we have Mr. Daniel Salinas and Mr. Robert Ringdale joining us.
Danny, you gonna ask us for some money or what?
Always, sir, always, always. I just wanted to thank you all very much, Judge and Commissioners, for bringing awareness to this initiative. The state chose a few years ago to kind of change the way we do business. So at that point, we needed to basically provide training for all staff. So at that time, I tasked a new member of our team, Mr. Robert Rangel, who heads up the security division, kind of tasked him with going out and looking for products, looking at other entities to find out where we could provide this training. Robert's answer to me was he can do better himself. So he produced the documents, he produced the training materials that you guys have participated in for the last 2 years, and we were state certified at that point. As part of our certification, we made the training materials available to school districts, to cities, to other counties throughout the state, and we're continually bombarded with requests. And again, this is free, provided as a service. So again, I wanted to again thank you for bringing light to this subject that's very important to us, and also introduce to y'all Robert Rangel, the head of our security division. Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Well, thank you. We can't do without you. It's so important. People don't realize how vulnerable we are to those attacks. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have District Attorney's Office will be presenting the proclamation. You all want to get behind Misty? making Commissioner Fuentes very proud with those colors.
Everybody here? Okay. You ready? Proclamation declaring October 2021 as Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Whereas the crime of domestic violence violates an individual's privacy, dignity, security, and humanity due to the systematic use of physical, emotional, sexual, psychological, and economic control. Domestic violence extends to the abuse of children and the elderly. And whereas the problems of domestic violence are not confined to any group or groups of people, but cut across all economic, racial, and societal barriers, and are supported by societal indifferences. And whereas the impact of domestic violence is wide-ranging, directly affecting individuals and society as a whole here in Hidalgo County, throughout the United States and the world. And whereas the Hidalgo County the Hidalgo County Criminal District Attorney's Office, Victims Unit, and Hidalgo County Family Violence Task Force, in collaboration with our local groups and agencies, are working to educate the public about the resources available for victims and domestic violence. And whereas survivors of domestic violence themselves have been at the forefront of efforts to bring peace and equality to the home, domestic violence can no longer be treated as a silent epidemic. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that the Hidalgo County Commissioners Court hereby declares the month of October 2021 to be Domestic Violence Awareness Month and urges all citizens to actively participate in scheduled activities and programs to work toward eradicating domestic violence, improving victim safety, and holding perpetrators of domestic abuse accountable for their actions against individual victims and our society as a whole. Approve this 5th day of October 2021.
Motion. Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Judge, Commissioners, good morning. Counselor, Mr. Guerra. Again, for the 7th year, we greatly appreciate the support that you've given us on this important issue and topic that doesn't want to go away. Unfortunately, we've had many victims who have passed, their lives have been taken because of domestic violence, and many victims who exist today that are in their homes, that are in their workplace, that are afraid to come out because if you've never been in that situation, it's hard to understand that it's not easy to tell someone about what's going on, how it's affecting them, how it's affecting their children, how it's affecting the household. Between 2015 and 2021, we have had 10,000 applications of protective orders. 10,000. Between 2015 to 2021, we have serviced 62,000 victims. Between 2015 and 2021, we have given over 129,000 services to individuals who have come by the office, who have called the office. Somehow, some way, they've reached out. These numbers may seem big and large, but it means that we're doing our job in the sense of bringing out awareness and educating the people, the citizens of Hidalgo County. And you're a big part of that. The media is a big part of that. Everyone who has partaken and who has helped us and who has joined us, law enforcement agencies, social service agencies, Mujeres Unidas was here with us today. And you see a sea of purple behind me, And I want to take some time to introduce individuals that are here because the majority of the individuals that are here are from our office. And the numbers that I just gave you, they're the ones that assist those individuals. We have First Assistant Michael Garza, who's with us today. We have Chief Prosecutor Amy Cantu, Special Crimes Division Chief Prosecutor Hope Palacios, Victims Unit Director Serena Scamardo, I think that's how I pronounce it right. We have our precious legal assistants who are here with us today, our Assistant District Attorneys, our prosecutors. We have our Victims Unit individuals. We have our advocates also who are present with us. And I want to take the time to recognize them because I wish someone would sit with them every day to see what they go through, the calls that they take, the service that they give. And when we're asked, by the media, which are valid questions, Ricardo, how many cases have we had this year? How many cases have we had in the past 2 years? Valid questions, but one is too many. We need to stop. We need to stop the domestic violence. We need to keep helping individuals that need help, that are seeking help. And one of the most challenging things, again, is how do we get it to them? Well, this is one way. And again, I applaud you, Judge and Commissioners, for not only supporting us, financially, in the sense of the money that belongs to the people, putting it back in making it work and providing services, but also supporting us, all throughout, these years, not only on domestic violence awareness, but all other topics and issues that concern us very much. So we have to make sure that we keep moving forward. We have to make sure that we put, all of our services, all these bodies that are here before you, and how do we continue educating the public? Because again, there are individuals out there that can't get the help they need because they don't know who to call. They're afraid to reach out to someone, and it's not their fault. It's not their fault. But we can't sit on our butts and wait for the crime to come to us. We can't do that. That's happened too many times already. So I tell those people out there that are committing domestic violence and are abusing, whether it's mentally or physically, you need to stop. Because just like we provide services for individuals, we also have great prosecutors who have prosecuted cases in the past and sent people away for a long time. And we're going to continue doing that. So again, we thank you for the opportunity to be here. It means a lot, not only to our staff and to the office, but also to those victims that are out there, and that they know that we're trying to give them the services that they much greatly need. There's some law enforcement agencies that are on as well. I want to thank them for working together with us and closing that gap, between law enforcement, between the courts and ourselves. As a matter of fact, we're going to have an individual from the Texas Office of Court Administration who will be here this week to give a training on a law that was passed back in 2019 on protective order registry. And what does this do? Again, it closes the gap between law enforcement, the public, and also the courts. So we're going to continue to do all that we can to make sure that we make ourselves available to all those individuals who need the help and need the services. So again, on behalf of the District Attorney's Office, Mujeres Unidas, thank you very much. And I think I'm going to have Gloria come up and say a few words as well.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Dios los bendiga a todos. I'm going to be brief, but before I forget, I want to thank you for serving. I want to thank you for all these years that you have been involved with domestic violence. I've only been around 20 years. I'm the shelter manager with Mujeres Unidas, and I appreciate very much you inviting us here this morning. But most of all, I appreciate the picture. I take that picture back and I show it to the victims, and I say, look, these are the people in our community that are backing up domestic violence. So don't be afraid to stand up because you're not alone. Look at all these people that are with me. These are the people in our community that care and love you, your children, and what you're going through. And so just to share a little bit more of statistics is from October 2020 to September 21 this year, The shelter sheltered 441 individuals, women, children, and men, fleeing domestic violence. We provided crisis counseling to 2,891 individuals. And our 24-hour crisis hotline, thanks to our staff and the volunteers, responded to 2,597 calls. Sexual assault counseling was 308 individuals. Legal advocacy, 153. Our community education is utilizing social media to reach out to the community through Facebook, Twitter, podcasts, and Zooms. So with that said, I just want to share one more thing. I remember the week that we had to go in March of 2020 on quarantine. My mind could not wrap around the thought that we were going to have to change things and stay home because of the face-to-face crisis intervention that I know that is very much needed. So that first Wednesday night, I know that it was a Monday, that first Wednesday night, Lori Guerrero called me from the hospital in McAllen, and she had a victim of sexual assault. And she said that the victim was a young lady who was a victim of domestic violence and sexual assault by her father. So being that Lori is a general, was and is a general in my book, I said, don't worry, Lori, keep her there tonight. You already have her there tonight. At 8 o'clock in the morning, we will have advocates to receive the victim and shelter her. And so that's what we did. And so key people in our community do have my phone number. And if we need to, we're there. We're there. We will receive the victim in the moment of the crisis. And then we'll work out the details about what's going on throughout the next 24 hours, 48 hours. So I want you to rest assured at night that we are here to receive the victims as much as possible and then work out the details later on. Again, Dios me los bendiga. Muchas gracias a todos. Advocates, thank you, because you're the ones that are doing a lot for the victims, and I always let the victims know you're not alone. Look at all these people in our community. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you, Laura. Thank you. And I'll let Chief Prosecutor of the Domestic Violence Unit, Amy Cantu, finish it out with your permission with the last few words. Thank you.
Good morning, Judge. Good morning, Commissioners. I'll move this over a little. So, Domestic Violence Awareness Month was launched nationwide in October of 1987 as a way to connect and unite individuals and organizations working on domestic violence issues and to raise awareness. This month is our opportunity to highlight what we do, where we are, and what we are moving towards, as well as to raise awareness. Domestic violence is a burden on society. It affects women, men, children of every age, background, and belief. Victims not only face physical abuse, but they also oftentimes face financial hardship, and children who witness abuse are left with lifelong trauma. We all have a responsibility to our community to do as much as we can to help end domestic violence. While this is a difficult subject matter to tackle, taking a proactive approach can help communities put an end to domestic violence. We must work together to create an action plan. You can play an important role in helping a friend, a coworker, a neighbor, or a family member that is being abused by an intimate partner or somebody in a dating relationship. Many people worry that they will be interfering if they get involved, or that it is a private matter, but it is not. If it is hard to imagine, it is hard to imagine what it is like to be abused when you are not in that situation. From the outside, it may seem easier to leave than it actually is. However, it is very difficult to leave an abusive relationship. It is important for family and friends to know that. Oftentimes, domestic violence escalates when a victim leaves their abuser. Law enforcement, community service agencies, and the district attorney's office must continue to work together to assist these victims. I would like to thank our county judge, our commissioners, and all the law enforcement agencies and community service agencies who have worked with us year after year. We would not be here without your help. The district attorney's office and our community must continue to break down cycles of violence and abuse through prevention and outreach. We must continue to work with and assist survivors in reaching their goals of safety and stability. Our office at this time offers many resources to victims of domestic violence. We assist with protective orders, safety planning, crime victims compensation, the VIN app, counseling referrals, referrals to shelter, VINE registration, and victim impact statements. Over the last 6 years, much progress has been done by our office to support victims and survivors. But to end domestic violence, entire communities must become part of the solution. This is why we are asking our community to join the national movement on October the 21st. And I know that we're wearing purple today, but Purple Day is on October 21st. So we ask that you wear purple on October 21st to raise awareness about domestic violence. And if you can also join us tomorrow, we will be having a press conference as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Amy. So this October is going to be a lot of washing of purple shirts, okay? So we can wear them all month. But Judge, Commissioners, thank you for your time. We appreciate it. And again, thank you for all the good work that you do. Thank you. Maybe excuse.
Thank you all for all you do. Okay, next we have Precinct 2 Commissioner Cantu be presenting a proclamation.
Thank you, Judge. I actually get excited when I see this many proclamations because we have a huge platform and we have a huge responsibility to get awareness out to the community. And I hope my team and my colleagues and all the department heads take these proclamations to heart and find a way to improve the county as a whole and the county as a department with all these proclamations, because we got a lot of work to do. But this last proclamation for National Disability Employment Awareness Month, whereas October 2021 marks the 76th anniversary of National Disability Employment Awareness Month, and whereas the purpose of National Disability Employment Awareness Month is to educate the community about disability employment and celebrate the many and varied contributions of America's workers with disabilities, and whereas workplaces welcoming of the talents of all people, including people with disabilities, are a critical part of our efforts to build an inclusive community and a strong economy. And whereas Hidalgo County leadership reaffirms its commitment to creating a society that better appreciates and respects the dignity of all life. Together we will create an inclusive county, one where all citizens, including those with disabilities, are embraced in the workplace. And whereas Hidalgo County Precinct 2, under the leadership of Commissioner Eduardo Ericantu, has partnered with Texas Workforce Commission, Vocational Rehabilitation Services, and the Disability Chamber of Commerce, RGV, to provide employment for teens and adults with disabilities. Now for be it proclaimed that the Hidalgo County Commissioners Court hereby declares the month of October as Disability Employment Awareness Month and encourages community leaders and businesses to foster opportunities for persons with disabilities so they are better able to participate in our workforce and pursue their dreams. Approve this 5th day of October 2021. Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries.
Judge, Commissioners, at this time we have some advocates with us. We have the Disability Chamber of Commerce and we have Texas Workforce Commission Vocational Rehabilitation with us. They'll say a few words, but I would like to emphasize that Precinct 2 was the first governmental agency in South Texas to bring on an individual with disabilities. And so hopefully it creates a ripple effect so that more governmental agencies and the private sector do hire individuals with disabilities. At this time, we'll have Ms. Evelyn Cano. She's the president of DCCRGV, say a few words, and then we'll have Ms. Vanessa Vera with Texas Workforce Commission say a few words if she'd like.
Well, what an honor and a privilege to be here in person. I know last year we were virtual, so it's a pleasure. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Oftentimes we don't look at this movement as an important movement, but I'm going to tell you, people with disabilities just want to become productive citizens of their community. They want a sense of belonging, right? And so it's critical today what you all are doing and taking this step. We're just vessels, and we forget. This is the last human rights civil movement of our time. So there are a lot of groups have been underserved, and this one is one of the last ones that is just asking for an opportunity. With a few accommodations, a lot of people can have that opportunity to work. And so we're just vessels, and we thank God for the opportunity to advocate. But the advocates, the real advocates, are the people with disabilities. And I want to thank our Chamber Ambassador, David Martinez, who's here with us today. David is an exceptional individual. He's ideal because he is... He's had some barriers, but you know what? He went to college and he is excelling and he wants to work in the automotive industry. And this is just an example of what can happen when someone gets an opportunity. So thank you so much for the opportunity. Disability Chamber of Commerce is a regional chamber in South Texas. It was formed in 2019 out of the necessity to help adults with disabilities gain gainful, integrative, competitive opportunities in the work environment. So thank you.
Hi, good morning, Judge and Commissioners. I'm Vanessa Vera, and I represent the Texas Workforce Commission Vocational Rehabilitative Services. And so we're just very thankful for partnering up with Precinct 2 and Disability Chamber of Commerce for being able to provide that support that's needed for individuals with a disability to be able to obtain competitive employment. But we also have a lot of visible and non-visible disabilities that individuals aren't aware of. And so we have 1 in every 4 individuals that actually has a disability. So our agency doesn't only support individuals in helping them get qualified competitive employment, but we help them also with job retention services and training. So we're just very grateful for the opportunities to partner up with these amazing, amazing agencies and individuals to be successful here in the Hidalgo County Valley. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next item is 9A.
Good morning, Commissioners. Judge Rosalinda Cantu presenting for the District Attorney's Office, HIDA Task Force. Item 9A, HIDA Organized Drug Enforcement Task Force Fund 1291. We're asking for approval, number 1, we're asking for approval of fiscal year 2022 Organized Crime Drug Enforcement Task Force agreement between the Hidalgo County DA HIDA Task Force and the Drug Enforcement Administration, McAllen District Office, Houston Division.
Rosalinda, can you increase your volume, please? Increase your volume a little bit.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion to approve. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item number 2, we're asking for the approval of certification of revenues as certified by the county auditor for the OCDEF grant award in the amount of $10,800 and the appropriation of the same.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 9B, Item 9B, HIDA Organized Crime Enforcement Task Force, OCDEF, again, Fund 1291. Number 1, we're asking for approval of the fiscal year 2022 overtime agreement between the Organized Crime Drug Enforcement Task Force, OCDEF, and the Hidalgo County DA HIDA Task Force in the amount of $19,372.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Number 2, we're asking for authorization to pay overtime reimbursable under the grant terms and conditions. And number 3, we're asking for approval of certification of revenues as certified by the county auditor for the fiscal year 2022 OCDEF agreement in the amount of $19,372 and appropriation of the same.
Motion to approve.
Second.
A motion to approve item B2 and 3. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you very much. District Clerk Laura Noasa.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. This cooperative agreement outlines the procedures for managing and maintaining child support case information and data in the OAG case management system. The contract period that we are asking your approval on is from September 1st, 2021 through August 31 of 2026. You may remember that approval has been customary. However, it's formerly been done every 2 years. The state has now changed it to every 5 years.
I have a motion to approve.
So move. Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you very much, Laura.
Thank you so much for your time. May I be excused?
Item 11A.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. Come before you, permission to apply for a hazardous mitigation grant program for the severe weather storm. One is authorize and approve to apply for a hazardous mitigation grant DR 4586 severe weather storm with the Texas Division of Emergency Management through the grant management system. 2, authorize the county judge to e-sign the application under the grant system as authorized official. 3, approve the resolution for the hazardous mitigation grant program DR 4586 severe weather, February 11, 2021 to February 21st, 2021, to designate Judge Richard F. Cortez as the grantee authorized official to sign the required documents.
Motion to approve 11A, 1, 2, and 3.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. This is a grant trying to
Thank
get
you.
the generator.
Thank you,
for
Judge
the
Commissioner.
warehouse. Thank you, Chief. Item 12A, Constable Precinct 1.
Yes, good morning, Judge. Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Deputy Jason Rivera with Precinct 1 Constable's Office. This is authorization for the fiscal year 2022 Operation Lone Star Grant Program 1284. Authorization and approval to apply for this grant with the Office of the Governor, Homeland Security Grant Division through e-grants.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
2, authorization for county judge to e-sign application under e-grants as authorized official.
So move.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
3, approval of resolutions for FY 2022 Operation Lone Star Program Grant to designate Judge Richard Cortez as grantee's authorized official and to sign required document. The grant period will run through September 1st, 2021 through August 31st, 2023.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you. Item 13A, Constable Precinct 2.
Judge, Commissioners, with your permission, I will present for Constable Cantu. This is for his fiscal year 2020 coronavirus emergency supplemental funding. This is Program Fund 1282. Authorization approval to submit a grant award modification in reference to BJA fiscal year 2020 coronavirus emergency supplemental funding program grant to the U.S. Department of Justice, Bureau of the Justice Assistance.
So move.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Constable Precinct 3, Mr. Gallardo, 14A.
Yeah, Constable Larry Gallardo, Precinct 3. Item 14A, 1, authorization approval to apply for military working dog adoption program through Lackland Air Force Base, Jason, San Antonio, Texas. Item 2, authorization for county judge as authorized officials to sign required documents for the application.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
14B, number 1, authorization approval to apply for the FYI 2022 Operation Lone Star Grant Program grant with the Office of the Governor of Public Safety Office, Homeland Security Grant Division to e-grants. 2, authorization for the county judge to e-sign application for e-grants as authorized official. And 3, approval of resolution for FY 2022 Operation Lone Star Grant to designate Judge Richard Cortez as a grantee's authorized official and to sign required documents.
Motion to approve 14B, 1, 2, and 3.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And lastly, Judge Commissioners, is C, authorization and approval to submit a grant award retroactive modification in reference to BJA FY 2020 Coronavirus Emergency Supplement Funding Program grant to the U.S. Department of Justice, Bureau of Justice Assistance.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you, Constable.
Thank you all. God bless.
Item 15A, Constable Precinct 5. You want to take that, Butler?
Yes, sir. Judge, Commissioners, with your permission, for Constable Marichelar, discussion, consideration, approval to appoint Rodolfo Marquez as Deputy Constable by Constable Daniel Marichelar, Constable Precinct 5, in accordance with Texas Local Government Code 86.011. Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. 16A, Elections Administration. Yvonne?
Thank you, sir, Judge. Good morning, Judge. Good morning, Commissioners. Yvonne Ramon with the Elections Office. Before reading my item A, sorry, I thought I had turned that on. I would just like to tell the court that I don't know if you remember, but a couple of months ago, I told you all that we were going to hit 400,000 by December of this year. Today, when we checked, we are at 399,202 voters. So we are just shy of 400,000. Yesterday was the last day to register to vote and make changes for the upcoming constitutional and the 6 local city elections that we're administering. So keep in mind that you can register at any time. You don't have to just register before an election. So that's good news. We will be hitting 400,000 very, very soon. So item A, approval of the November 2021 General Election Service contracts between Hidalgo County and the following entities for their elections to be held on November 2nd, 2021. The number 1, the City of Edinburgh, and number 2, the City of La Jolla.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Vote. Motion carries. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yvonne.
Thank you.
Urban County, Mr. Avila.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. For item 17A, requesting exemption from competitive bidding requirements under the Texas Local Government Code 262.024A4 for professional surveying services.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And for 17A2, presentation of the scoring grid for purpose of ranking by the Hidalgo County Commissioners Court of at least 3 surveying service firms for Hidalgo County's approved pool as graded and evaluated by the Irving County Program and the Hidalgo County Purchasing Department in connection with and funded through Hidalgo County Irving County Program years, fiscal years 2020 and 2021 home rehabilitation program funds with Sames Inc. at 97%, KCI Technologies Inc. at 96.34%, and CVQ Land Surveyors LLC at 94.34%.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
For item 3, authority to negotiate a professional service contract with the number 1 ranked firm of Sames Inc. for the provision of surveying service for the Irving County Program Home Rehabilitation Program projects.
Motion to approve.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
For item 17B, subject to compliance with House Bill 1295, the Irving County Program is requesting approval to purchase safety ends and junction boxes from L&R Precast for Hidalgo County Precinct 2 in the amount of $18,080. UCP fiscal years 2020 Precinct 2 street improvement funds will be utilized.
So moved. Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And for item 17C, subject to compliance with House Bill 1295, the Irving County Program is requesting approval of a best and final negotiated contract for professional engineering services with B2Z Engineering LLC in the amount of $56,424.49, utilizing CDBG fiscal year 2020-2021 ELSA Parks Recreational Facility Improvements funding and approval of work authorization number 1.
Motion to approve.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Mr.
Commissioner.
Avila. Item 18A, Health and Human Services Department, Mr. Olivares.
Judge, Commissioners, with your permission, I will present for Mr. Olivares. He is out of town in Austin right now. Requesting approval to accept the Public Health Emergency Preparedness Grant Contract 537-18-0176-00001, Amendment Number 7. The purpose of the amendment is to add a one-time funding of $150,000 to support the annual 2022 South Texas All Hazards Conference and to correct the contract numbering order, and for County Judge to e-sign the amendment, and requesting approval of the certification of revenues in the amount of $150,000 as approved by County Auditor and appropriation of same.
Motion to approve. Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Briefs before Commissioner Torres.
Yes, item 19A, requesting approval to provide a uniform suffix to a county dedicated road known as Uresti to Uresti Road from FM 1925, Monte Cristo Road, to to approximately 0.24 miles north of FM 2812 as recommended by the LRGVDC 911 services. Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Budget and Management, Mr. Cruz.
Morning, Judge, Commissioner, Sergio Cruz, Budget Management. Item 28 is approval to add personnel-related items as listed on Exhibit A and approved by Commissioners Court on September 7th, 21st, and 28th to the 2022 actual salary schedule. We recommend approval.
So motion to approve.
Second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you, Judge, Commissioners.
Thank you. Marty, item 21. 21A.
Good morning, Judge and Commissioners. Give me a second here so I can see my screen. Okay. We're going to go to A1, discussion and possible action on Hidalgo County's current deferred 457 compensation plan, including but not limited to the following. A, freeze the current plan and limit it to current enrolled employees and elected officials. And B, authorize the drafting of a new RFP for an Hidalgo County 457 deferred compensation plan program and work closely with legal to get it approved as to form and advertise with the option that current participants choose to remain with the current provider, Reina and Associates, or eventual awarded vendor. How does the court wish to proceed? Let me give you a little bit of information. I did send it to your chiefs. Right now, the amount of employees of the county participating in the 457 is a total of 62. 59 are employees and 3 are elected officials. If that, I just wanted you all to know that.
And what do you recommend, Marty?
Well, I think we need to do the combination. Freeze the program so that those, a couple of weeks ago, we had some documents that needed to be signed for all practical purposes, their third-party administrator can't proceed with showing the IRS that we're complying with the regulations. So if we freeze it, we can let them know that we'll send the documents, have them executed by the judge, and say that it is at a frozen status, and go out and draft a new RFP. I think that's in our best interest to do so.
I'm fine with your recommendation.
You want to make a motion?
I'll make a motion to that effect.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 2A, this is nomination of firms of at least 3 from the county's current pool of construction management service providers in connection with Phase 2 project of the courthouse demolition. As I said, you can go more than 3 if you choose. We did send out the current, and it's already attached to the agenda, the current pool. I leave it to the court to select at least 3.
And then what happens? Do we vote on the?
Then you select the evaluation committee.
Okay.
And then we bring it back so that you can rank them.
B to Z engineering?
LNG engineering?
B to Z, did you say, Commissioner?
B to Z, LNG, and the judge is next.
Judge.
Go ahead.
Half.
I'm good with those 2. Same?
Half engineering?
Half.
All right, is that it, or does somebody want to add somebody? Another.
Same engineering?
I'm good with those 4.
Who, I didn't hear the last.
Same.
The last.
Same.
Sames? Thanks, Commissioner. Okay, so that if I could have action on those 4 nominees?
Motion to approve those 4 nominees.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item B is a selection and designation of the evaluation committee to score, grade, and evaluate the nominated firms for the project. Shall I assume it would be your chiefs?
Yes.
Except for me, Marty, it's going to be Leo Longoria.
Leo Longoria,
Yes.
precinct 3.
Judge, do you have something?
Judge, it would be Isaac,
The chiefs are good.
the chiefs, and the rest are the chiefs.
Motion to
Could I have
approve
action,
committee.
please?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 3 is requesting Commissioners Court action to set the following fiscal year-end deadlines for the submission of requisitions for all goods and or services requested, ordered, received, rendered, and invoiced on or before December 31st of 2021 for the general fund and all other applicable funding sources with limited exceptions as listed on the agenda. We need your support on this. It is imperative that we get these notices out.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Our next one is number 4, discussion, consideration, and action in connection with the 125 Cafeteria Voluntary Product Awards that were done last week. And pursuant to the RFP packet, Commissioners Court selection of the agents of record for the awarded products and companies. I'm open to the court announcing who those are.
I'll nominate New York and New York.
Who did you say?
Newkirk. Newkirk and Newkirk.
Newkirk and Newkirk, okay.
Each one?
I'll nominate Robert J. Garza.
I'll nominate,
J. Garza.
it's in, the name of the company is Puro Aseguro.
Puro Aseguro, okay.
I'll nominate Jeff Everett and Associates.
Jeff Everett and Associates.
Ellie, you're last.
And for me, it's RJG Investment Services.
RJG Investment Services.
Can we
Okay.
vote on those now, Marty?
Pardon me?
Can we vote on those now?
Yes, that's what the action, it's
I make a
action
motion to
necessary.
approve those 5 nominees.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
The only thing I would ask you to clarify, Judge and Commissioners, is how you would like for the designated agents to split or divide up any fees that may be associated.
Evenly?
Yeah, they're gonna get together and divide and work everything evenly.
Evenly.
So you can
Okay,
clarify.
thank you for that direction. Thank you, Ms. Josephine. All right, that's duly noted and on the record. Item 5 is acceptance and approval of a rebate check from the International Purchasing System, TIP, yearly rewards, $810.51.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Marty, Judge, if I may say something?
Sure.
Marty, for the most part, do the best you can to keep those agents within the precincts, kind of. I know it's difficult because we got to do the rest of the county too. But for the most part, try to do it territorially. That's my
Okay.
recommendation.
Yes, sir.
Thanks.
I understand. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you. Going on to item B1 for precinct 1, requesting exemption from competitive bidding requirements, Texas Local Government Code 262-024A4, a professional service. And I have the exemption.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And item B is presentation scoring grid for the purposes of ranking of the Hidalgo County Commissioners Court of the firms graded it through the county's pool of qualified professional engineering services for courthouse modular relocation in precinct 1. The 3 firms were JR Engineering LLC with a score of 286, TriMed Consulting at 276, and M2 Engineering at 277. Does the court wish to rank them in the order of their scores?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Going on to item C, requesting approval, item C, requesting authority for the Hidalgo County Purchasing Department to negotiate a professional engineering services agreement commencing with the #1 ranked firm of JR Engineering LLC for the project that was noted in the exemption and item B as well.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item B2, requesting approval of change order number 3, an increase for Texas Cordia Construction for Hidalgo County Precinct 1, Mile 6 West Road Project, Mile 9 to Mile 11, as recommended by the project engineer, Saines, and also concurrence of TxDOT.
Motion approved.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item C1, Precinct 2, A, requesting exemption from competitive bidding requirements, Texas Local Government Code 262, 024A4, a professional service.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
E is the presentation of the scoring grid for the purposes of ranking of the firms graded and evaluated. And those were Quintanilla, Headley and Associates with a total score of 98, Half Associates with a total score of 96, and ROW Surveying Services score of 95, to score which to rank them in the order of their scores.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item C is requesting authority for the Hidalgo County Purchasing Department to negotiate an agreement commencing with the #1 ranked firm of Quintanilla, Headley and Associates for the services as noted in item B above.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item D1, requesting exemption from competitive bidding requirements under Texas Local Government Code 262, 024A4, a professional service.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item B is presentation of the scoring grid for the firms graded and evaluated. Those are our Gutierrez Engineering Corporation 96, ROW Surveying Services 98, Cobb, Fendley and Associates 90. Does the court wish to rank them in the order of their scores?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item C is authority for purchasing department to commence negotiations with the #1 ranked firm of ROW Surveying Services for the project that was noted in the previous agenda item.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 2 is requesting approval to execute a final form of professional engineering services agreement for the provision of on-call construction materials and geotechnical testing professional services with Robert Kistner, approved for negotiations on 9/21 by Commissioners Court.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item B, approval of work authorization 1 with an estimated cost of $5,172.20 submitted by Robert Kistner to provide construction materials and geotechnical testing services
Motion
for
to
La
approve.
Mansión Flat Work Concrete Improvement Project.
Second.
Did we get a second?
Yes.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 3 is requesting approval to reject all the bids received for flexible base material, crushed caliche, as all bids received were over the price that is currently available on a countywide project.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 4,
4851, Yoli.
I apologize for that. Item 4, pursuant to Article 1.4 of the current contract, authority to terminate lease agreement between Hidalgo County Precinct 3 and I&A Investments LLC by issuing and sending the 30-day notice of termination.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
E1 for Precinct 4, approval of supplemental agreement to work authorization 6, I make that correction verbally, for Robert Kistner Incorporated as recommended by B2C Project Manager for Sunflower Park Project.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 2 is approval of work authorization 8 with an estimated cost of $2,997.23 as submitted by Robert Kistner to provide construction material observation and testing services for it is the construction of traffic signal flashing beacon lights project.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 3, approval of work authorization 9 with an estimated cost of $27,821.75 as submitted by Robert Kistner to provide construction material observation and testing for the construction of Pueblo de Palmas Park project.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 4 is approval to declare as surplus the lot described as Kelly Far Track 32 for the purposes of disposition through sale.
Motion
May I
to
have
approve.
action?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And then pursuant to Texas Local Government Code Chapter 272-001, requesting authority to publish an ad for the sale of property described as Kelly Far Track Lot 32, southwest corner of Veterans in Wisconsin.
Motion
May I
to
have
approve.
action?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item C is presentation of the fair market value appraisal in order for Commissioners Court to set the minimum bid for the sale of the property located in Precinct 4. That was, as we've described it, Kelly Far Track, Lot 32, FMB. That should be strictly 50,000, not the number you see there, with the minimum bid set at, if the court agrees, 50,000, unless it wants it to be higher. But that's the minimum.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item F, for the Sheriff's Office, requesting authority for Lieutenant Roy Mendez from the Sheriff's Office to sign the final acceptance completion form in connection with the Hidalgo County Sheriff's Office lighting project.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item G, this is for elections, requesting authority to enter into a 12-month software renewal maintenance agreement with sole source declared vendor Votech Corporation from October 1st, 2021 through 9/30/2022 in the amount of $87,928.96.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item H1, countywide, A, acceptance and approval to execute the final form of professional engineering agreement with LNG on the on-call for Rio Grande Valley Metropolitan Planning Organization, a committee representation as approved for negotiations on 9/21.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And item B, acceptance and approval of work authorization 1, monthly lump sum fee of $12,599.76, effective October 2021, as submitted by project engineer, LNG, for the on-call technical advisor representation for the Hidalgo County, for the Rio Grande Valley Metropolitan Planning Organization
Motion to approve.
agreement.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
That is all I have. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Marty.
Judge Commissioners, with your permission, 22A, new courthouse, 22A1, new courthouse project updates. I'm going to ask Mr. Oscar Garcia from Jacobs to please update the court.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. Just want to provide you a quick update on the project. As you can see with the handout, we're making steady progress on levels 2, 3, 4, and 5, all the way up the building, actually. The cup is basically complete. Morganti continues to make some significant progress on the site, so all the external work that you see can be done. So some site work on the exterior of the building. On the rear part of the south side of the building, on the north side, you'll start seeing the stairs come in, some of the retaining wall on the east side, and then some of the landscaping will start being dropped in, so that'll be some visible work on the exterior building that you'll see in the near future. If you move on to page 4, the Jacobs Progress to date, we have one final keying conference that's going to be held between MTI and their subcontractor DH Pace, Jacobs and Hidalgo County Facilities, and it's the cores have been delivered, and that's really kind of the handoff between the contractor and Hidalgo County Facilities on the actual cores that will be going in to secure the building. Phase 2, we have an ongoing design and constructability review. HDR delivered their 75% CD package for the demo and site work. So then Jacobs came in and did a design review of that package, and then that was completed last week. And then now we have our estimators going through the process of looking at the entire package to be able to come back to you all with a kind of a best market estimate for that work before it goes out there. So we provided a conceptual budget that we've been working off of since 2019, but as pieces have been added and whatnot, it will be able to provide you all with a firmer number based in today's dollars. Moving forward in commissioning, we are in full-blown construction phase. The building is about 75% commissioned against the master equipment list. We're still continuing, the commissioning group is still continuing with the testing and training phases. So they're coordinating all the final training schedule of the Hidalgo County staff as per specifications of each of the individual pieces of equipment, and then identifying the actual staffers that are going to be trained against that, those pieces of equipment. Occupancy and operational phase, we're working on, the commissioning group is working on the final commissioning report structure, and that's still ongoing. With regards to activation and move management, they're still finalizing or paring down a list of ads that came in from key user groups, so that we can have some minor tweaks to that at the end of it. To date, we've been able to kind of get people to a position where they're going to be moving in and really letting the space grow on before they're making any major changes or any minor changes even as we move forward. We acquired a list of vendors for moving and decon services from purchasing. Our group is reaching out to each of those vendors to be able to get a rough order of magnitude of cost so that we can budget for that and provide that back to the ORC as we move forward. We also have ongoing furniture deliveries for levels 2 through 6 into designated staging areas so that they can be moved, not only be delivered, but moved from offsite storage. Moving on into the HDR update, or I'm sorry, the Mti Progress update on the next page. We'll be conducting on October 11th punch for levels 3 through 6 and the cup. So that's a kind of big milestone that we have coming up. We also have then the next scheduled punch for levels 1, 2, and 7 on November 5th. So we have those dates upcoming. So the design team will be, and all their different trades within, or design trades within that will be on site to conduct the punch. We have finally roof repair beginning next week. All materials on site, everything's moving along, but that work will begin in earnest next week. So that'll close the loop on that one. Pricing right now, Morganti in their ballpark right now, they're pricing the pandemic preparedness package. So we're expecting that into this week, early next week, when we should have that so that you guys can review it and decide, how best to proceed as you wish. Like I said, they have continued site work and exterior work that's ongoing. With regards to HDR, they are putting together, they've already delivered their pandemic preparedness package. We're also waiting a design proposal for some of the modification to the dining area. There was going to be some minor modifications for potential vendors that would go into that space. So there were some minor modifications to electrical and to HVAC that's going to go in. Best time to do that stuff would be right now to be able to get that done. With regards to phase 2, like I mentioned earlier, the demo and site packages have been received. Moving forward with those. The mechanical roof screen design, it's still pending. That's going to be part of the phase 2. The effort on that one's going to be a little different. Instead of having HDR design it per se, there are different firms out there that do more of a design build. Given where we are in the construction of the courthouse, prior it was going to be essentially installing a mechanical roof screen on top of concrete. That's going to be a different animal altogether now, given our state. So we're taking a little different approach to tackle that one, and then be able to provide you options to make that call. Additional, like I said, the punch is going to be ongoing. They've been conducting internal punch lists that we've been working with the design teams, the local CA firm, and the Jacobs team have been going through with Morganti, kind of going through their internal punch lists. Last but not least, Terracon is going to be finishing their microbial assessment on October 6th. So they'll be coming back and closing the loop on that one. They'll be doing their final assessment against their primary assessment against the microbial testing. They'll continue to perform the material testing and inspection in and around of all the site work and landscaping that's going on. We have final curtain wall testing that's pending, as well as testing of the roofing material to be finalized. Any questions, thoughts?
Oscar, if I were to summarize, the construction will be completed by the end of the year, would that be correct?
That is correct. As we've discussed, there may be a request for additional time. There's likely a request for additional time coming. We have not received it yet, but when that comes, then that would be adjusted accordingly. But as of this moment, then yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And as of today, you were planning to move the old courthouse. It would take 2 weeks to do so?
Yes, sir. That's the plan.
And right now, if everything stays into course, it would be kind of the middle of February?
End February.
When you do that?
Yes, sir.
And you expect to be full operational by the end of March?
Correct.
2022?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And phase 2 plans, when do you think those will be done?
The plans should be complete probably by November timeframe and be ready for procurement late December, January. And so we'll be able to put that out there and go through the procurement process, put it out to bid, and then go through the selection process of bringing on. Again, that'll be, it'll be dependent on how you all wish to procure it, but in all likelihood, it would be something like you could procure a demo firm to do all the demo work. You could procure a site group to do the site work, and then, like we talked about, the mechanical roof screen, it's kind of a specialty deal to have them do that as well and move forward like that. So it wouldn't be necessarily getting a traditional GC to handle all of that unless, that's something that you all wish to do. Something like you could literally break them up into 3 independent projects or let it out as one single. So
thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Oscar.
Okay. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Judge Commissioners, items A2 and 3, there is no action to be taken this week. 22B, you have the approval of resolution nominating candidates for the Hidalgo County Appraisal District Board of Directors for 2022-2023. Judge Commissioners, as a point of information, the current board members are Richard Garza, Albert Cardenas, Amador Requenes, Eddie Betancourt, and Joe Olivares. How does the court wish to proceed?
I'll nominate Joe Olivares.
Joe Olivares?
The current member.
Does anybody want to change someone? If not, we can nominate the board. Go.
I'm happy with.
I'm good. I'm good with the vibe.
We'll just nominate the existing.
The
board.
existing board.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you, Judge Commissioners. Judge Commissioners, item 23, I'm going to ask to wait till after we come out of closed session. We do have a couple of closed session items to discuss.
On 22C also?
Oh, my apologies. 22C, I missed that one. As is required by statute, we have the presentation and acceptance of audit report submitted by the Emergency Service District Number 2 for the year ended December 31st, 2020.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. That it? We need to go to closed session?
Yes, sir.
Pursuant to Chapter 551 of the Texas Government Code, under Section 551.071, .072, .074, and .087, we'll be retiring to closed session. Any action items to be taken will be taken in open session when we return. I have a motion to do so.
Motion made.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, we're back from closed session. It's 15 minutes after 12. We do have some action items to take.
Thank you, Judge Commissioners. Under open session, Judge Commissioners, we have 26A, real estate acquisition appropriation for same. There's no action to be taken this week. 26B, pending and or potential litigation. There's no action to be taken this week. 26C, discussion, consideration, and possible action regarding response to public health emergency. Judge Commissioners, I will refer back to agenda item 23 in a minute or so. And 26D, possible action to terminate economic development agreement and amendment to the agreement.
I move to terminate the economic development agreement and amendment between Hidalgo County and EIA Properties Limited, Stag Holdings Limited, Ben F. Vaughn III, and Frost National Bank as co-trustees of GTD Trust Number 2 for Genevieve and Ben F. Vaughn III.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
26E, claim of U.S. Marshal Service. Judge Commissioners, I'd like Settlement Authority to make an offer in the amount of $8,898.16.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Judge Commissioners, for the record, there is no action on item 25A and 25B. If we could please go back to agenda item 23. Discussion, consideration, and possible action regarding A, county response to disaster health emergency. 1, CARES Act and American Rescue Plan Act funds. Sub A would be approval of the Fourth Amendment interlocal cooperation agreement with UTRGV.
So move.
Second?
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And item 23B, measures necessary to preserve public health and safety. Judge Commissioners, there's been some action, appropriate action taken. And 23C, direction regarding county government operations, including but not limited to essential functions. Judge Commissioners, as we have been doing for quite some time, we continue to follow CDC recommended guidelines, social distancing. We do encourage the wearing of facial covering while we do not require it, but we do encourage it. Again, the health and welfare of our residents doing business with the County of Hidalgo is first and foremost, as well as the health and safety of our employees that are providing that valuable service. Judge Commissioners, with that being said, for the record, item 27, there'll be no action. There's no need to go back to close. And item 28, open, there's no need for, there's no action to be taken. So Judge Commissioners, before we adjourn, we do have our next court session will be October 19th, and that will be a morning meeting. October 19th is our next court session.
Does that conclude our agenda items?
Yes, sir.
I have a motion to adjourn.
Motion made?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. We are adjourned.